So if you watched my vlog, if not, the link is in the card, you will know that this morning started very early and that I was feeling a little under the weather, which means that a lot of water and a good playlist was a necessity. I'm starting, of course, with my all-time favourite face and eye primers, and then I'm using a combination of a fairer and slightly warmer foundation shade to give me a good colour that won't have me washed out on camera. I'm very thoroughly blending that in with first a brush, then going in with a damp sponge, and finally setting with a bit of setting spray. For my iconic pink eyebrows to match my hair colour, I am of course using my favourite colour from the BH Cosmetics Pink Sunglasses palette and filling them in as I always do to create an angular 1950s sort of brow shape. I'm going for a very classic eyeshadow look today, so I'm using the white base from the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette all over my eyelid and brow bone, just applying that with my finger to get a smooth base for the rest of the shades. To give dimension, I'm using this beautiful peach colour just above my crease rather than in the crease to enlarge my eyes, and I'm fading that out at the outer corner. This shade also matches some of the tones of the dress I would be wearing for the shoot. Then I'm using the white shade from the BH Cosmetics Ghost Pepper palette. That is one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes of all time, and this is just a shimmering white which is going all over the eyelid and slightly above the line of my eyelid in a half moon shape. This technique will make your eyes look a lot larger by making your lid space look bigger, and it just makes them stand out. Under the eye, I'm using this matte bright magenta shade on the lower lash line for definition and a subtle pop of colour. Then just re-highlighting the brow bone with that strong white again. For a classic Hollywood look, liquid eyeliner in a cat eye shape is a must. And I used my trusty Physicians Formula Monoi Butter liquid eyeliner in matte black. Whew. It's important to really take your time with this and build up to the shape that best suits your eyes and the look you're going for. I went for a flick extended slightly up at the outer lash line, and I also check that this looks good both when my face is relaxed and when I'm smiling. The shape of my eyes, when I smile, sometimes the flicks will go funny places, so that's why I like to check it with both. I'm actually really chuffed with how this eyeliner came out. Apply mascara as a base for the falsies we'll apply later, and a very strong inner corner highlight to brighten the eyes even more. Then I'm concealing any darkness under the eyes and blending that out with a flat top foundation brush. And once that's all blended, I'm just feathering that peach eyeshadow out a little further to really subtly extend my eye shape. Refill time! To set the face, I use the Revolution Pro pressed powder under my eyes, on my forehead and my chin. This is in a translucent brightening shade. And then I take the W7 Banana Powder, which is more a warmer shade, all over my face and also down my neck so that the skin tones blend. This gives me a really nice set matte base. For definition to the face, I am warming up and adding some shadows with the Too Faced Natural Face Palette's bronzers underneath my cheekbones, at the sides of my forehead and on the sides of my nose. For the blusher, I'm combining two shades. First, the Benefit Terra Spark, which is a warm shimmering blusher in more of a brick shade. It is so flattering on me and I love it. And the application for that is further back on the cheek. Then I'm using more of a bold pink just on the apples. Highlighter is a non-negotiable, so I'm sweeping generous touches of the Benefit Cookie Highlighter on the high points of the cheeks, tip and bridge of the nose, sides of the forehead and Cupid's bow. White eyeliner on the waterline is such a good way to brighten your eyes in a way that most people won't even really realise. And I'm also using the old Hollywood trick of applying that white in a little flick down to mirror the liquid eyeliner. This really opens up your eyes and really polishes an eye look for me. False eyelashes are still a very new venture for me, but I am loving the way that they look. I'm still perfecting my application process, so any tips would be very, very welcome. I chose this set from Eyelure, a very full and fluttery pair, and first apply the glue to the lash band. 30 seconds is actually the perfect amount of time to listen to a quick Lucky Girl manifestation TikTok. And then apply to the lash line and fix up with tweezers. More manifesting for 30 seconds. And then apply to the other eye. I can't believe I didn't do lashes until now. They're so beautiful and they make your eyes look huge. The lips, they have to be red and they have to be victory red. This lipstick shade from Besame is one of my all-time favorites. It is a true shade from 1941 and one of the best reds in the world. On me, it feels like it just fits my face so well and it looks bold but not out of place. A final spritz of setting spray and now we can move on to the hair. I set my hair in foam rollers overnight, as you can see, so the first step is carefully removing them. Don't tear them out of your hair, that will both damage your hair and cause frizz, but instead you want to carefully unwind them into ringlets. Running your fingers through the curls to separate and break up any existing product makes the brush out process much easier and less painful. For this brush out, I wanted a really classic 1950s look with a wave at the very front of the hair. So I'm using a combination of my Lauren Reynolds brush and a comb to mold the hair into the shape that I like. Set elements in place like the finger wave with clips to make sure that it stays. So don't forget to check the back of your hair with a mirror rather than just assuming that everything looks perfect. For every day that's fine, but for a photo shoot we want to make sure our hair is fabulous from all angles. Hairspray, although don't spray it in your eyeball, is a must for long-lasting staying power for your hair. And this is our finished old Hollywood look. It's glamorous, classic, and will look gorgeous in photographs. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.